Ever since I was a kid, I had always dreamed of traveling to Iceland. I had always heard stories of amazing landscapes, volcanoes, glaciers. But honestly, none of it ever sounded real. Until I visited for the first time in 2016. This is my 5th time getting to visit the country. I'm out here on assignment to test out 3 of Olympus's telephoto lenses. When you think of landscape photography, you don't often think about telephoto. But in all honesty, I have a telephoto lens in my pack on every trip I take. As a landscape photographer, finding new perspectives is everything. And telephoto lenses give you the option of finding those new perspectives. Our main assignment on this trip was to photograph a volcano from over a mile away, so telephoto lenses were a necessity. But in landscape photography, things almost never go the way you planned. Our first day at the volcano was a disaster. Fighting against rain, 40-mile-an-hour winds, and a volcano that honestly just didn't want to show itself that day. And the forecast for that day wasn't going to get any better. Though this volcano was supposed to be our primary focus, it was time to adapt. We decided to head back down the mountain and drive south. The best part about Iceland is that there's no end to scenic places to photograph. My workhorse for this trip quickly became the M.Zuiko 12-100mm 4.0. Arguably Olympus's most versatile lens, there's no limit to what you can shoot with this thing. As a gear junkie, it's so easy to want more gear. But I was able to use this lens for about 90% of my photos from this trip. That being said, it was also nice to have options. I was finally able to test out the all-new 150-400 4.5. And it didn't disappoint. Being one of the most advanced lenses on the market, this lens is great for landscape, but more geared for wildlife photographers. Lucky for me, Iceland also has some amazing wildlife. With fast autofocus and in-body image stabilization, I was able to photograph the reindeer handheld. Photographing all of this was great, but in all honesty, it wasn't what we were here for. We decided to shift our focus back to the volcano. After seeing the forecast had improved and checking all of the live webcams, we decided to go for it. It was 5 hours back to the volcano and we were exhausted, but nothing was going to stop us from giving it a shot. We realized our window was going to be small, so we decided to pack light and pack fast because we were going to have to move up this mountain. The great thing about Olympus gear is how lightweight and compact it is. I was easily able to fit all 3 of the telephoto lenses in my pack, a decision I made simply because I didn't know what focal length I had planned on shooting this volcano at. Our flight was set to leave in 6 hours, so this was our last chance to get the shot. Knowing that there was even the smallest chance that we'd get to photograph this volcano gave us the energy we needed to make it to the top. Our hard work paid off. Before even getting to enjoy the moment, we unpacked all of our gear and began shooting immediately. We had no idea how long this good weather would last, so we'd have to be fast. Shooting at a longer focal length in windy conditions meant I needed a tripod. With winds still reaching up to 20 miles per hour, we not only had to rely on a tripod, but also Olympus's revolutionary in-body image stabilization. The M.Zuiko 40-150mm 2.8 Pro ended up being the best option for this. The lens was versatile enough to where I didn't have to use another lens on the entire shoot. I quickly became obsessed with this volcano. I think to be able to really do this job well, you have to be obsessed. You have to be obsessed with the long hikes, obsessed with the freezing temperatures, the rain, the 40-mile-per-hour winds, and all of the other pain and frustration that comes with being a landscape photographer. Because in the end, you're going to look back and realize how worth it all of it was. Because you're obsessed.